Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of ReaperCast. Today we're going to be talking about some new cards here, or at least specifically a new archetype that's been introduced in the core set Burst of Destiny. Now this is definitely very exciting because again, seeing new archetypes is something that's always considered to be a fresh perspective on the actual game itself, so it's something I always welcome. However, with that being said, let's just get on with these cards and see what they actually have to offer. So the first card we have here is Flunderees X M-Pen, a level 10 winged beast effect monster of 2700 attack and 1000 defense. First effect, if this card is tribute summoned, you could add one Flunderees spell trap from your deck to your hand, then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon one monster. Second effect, while this tribute summon monster is on the field, your opponent's special summon monsters in attack position cannot activate their effects. Third effect, if this card battles an opponent's monster, during damage calculation you could banish one card from your hand. That opponent's monster's current attack and defense become halved until the end of this turn. Now that's definitely very interesting because it's focusing on just being a tribute summon monster. There is no particularly easy way to actually summon this. In fact, there's no way to special summon this. There's no way to actually do tribute summons that's actually supposed to be easy. So I am definitely curious as to how this would actually pan out for the actual archetype itself, because tribute summoning does seem to be quite difficult in this. And for a level 10 monster like this, it's going to require 2 tributes as well, so that's definitely going to be very difficult to accomplish. However, I am hoping that the cards we see later on will definitely improve upon that. So the next card we have here is Flunderees X Now, a level 10 water winged beast effect monster, so it's good to see that there's a bit of a variety with a different attribute. It has 2900 attack and 800 defense. First effect, once per turn, if you control this tribute summon card, you can activate this effect. You can conduct 3 normal summon sets per turn, not just one. That's definitely very nice that I could actually do that if it's actually a tribute summon card, but even so, it still has to be tribute summoned on its own, so again, it's not really holding up. Second effect, while this tribute summon monster is on the field, if your monster attacks a defense position monster, deal piercing damage. Definitely very nice, it's not bad, but again, it's not particularly amazing. Third effect, once per opponent's turn, quick effect, you can banish one card from your hand, change all opponent's special summon monsters to face down defense position. Definitely a very nice defensive effect, but with that being said, there's no easy way to summon this out other than to tribute summon. And so far I'm not seeing anything that actually allows for this to be done easily. However, what I'm seeing here is a bit different now because the next card is a level 1 water winged beast effect monster, Flunderees X Robina. Attack 600 and 1200 defense, and the first and third effects can only be used once per turn each. Also, you cannot special summon the turn you activate these following effects. Not particularly amazing there, but I guess it's going to be part of the actual archetype itself. So first effect, if this card is normal summon, you could add one level 4 lower winged beast monster from your deck to your hand, then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon one winged beast monster. Not bad of an effect, but not particularly amazing either, allowing you to add, which is very nice. Second effect, if this face-up card leaves the field, banish it. Third effect, if a winged beast monster is normal summoned to your field while this card is banished, you could add this card to your hand. Not bad, definitely giving itself recovery, which is also kind of okay because if this particular archetype is focusing on birds, then the whole theme of them taking flight and returning back home again, which would be your hand in this particular case, is definitely a very nice touch. However, we move on to the next monster, Flunderees X Eaglin, a level 1 winged beast effect monster of 800 attack and 1000 defense. Now all of these effects here are the exact same thing, even the restriction of you cannot special summon the turn you actually activate the first and third effects. And the second and third effects are actually the same as the previous card. The only difference is the first effect, which reads, if this card is normal summoned, you could add one level 7 or higher winged beast monster from your deck to your hand. Then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon one winged beast monster. So a different variation that is, to actually searching for higher level monsters, not bad at all. But again, nothing particularly amazing. The next card we have here is Flunderees X Stretch, like ostrich, a level 1 water winged beast effect monster with 700 attack and 1100 defense. Again, all of the effects are the exact same thing as the previous cards, however the first effect is different in the sense that if this card is normal summon, you could target one card in either graveyard, banish it, then immediately after this effect resolves you can normal summon one winged beast monster. Not bad, not particularly the most amazing compared to the previous two, but even so, a nice addition. And as for the final monster, we have Flunderee's X Token, level 1 winged beast monster, 500 attack and 1300 defense. Again, all of the effects are the same except for the first one. So the first effect reads, if this card is normal summon, you could target one of your banished Flunderee's cards. Add it to your hand, then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon one winged beast monster. Not bad again, but I think the first two level 1 monsters are better effects. However, I must say that after looking at all of these monsters, which we looked at 6 so far, I am definitely disappointed in the sense that while they have these nice effects, they don't really offer anything particularly special or easy to make them special summon itself, or at least in this case, tribute summon themselves out in an easy manner. However, let's hope that actually changes with the spell and trap support. So the first card we have here is Flunderee's and the Mysterious Mapper Field spell card. The first and second effects can only be used once per turn each. First effect, during your main phase you could reveal one level 1 Flunderee's monster from your hand, and if you do, banish one Flunderee's card with a different name from your deck. Then immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon the revealed monster. That's actually not bad because you're kind of preparing yourself. By banishing your cards you could actually potentially add it back to your hand. So I think in a very complex style or complex kind of way, you could actually make this card into some kind of nice loop or combo of some sort, which I could potentially see happening. As for the second effect, if your opponent normal summons a monster, you can immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon one Flunderee's monster. Again, a really nice effect there because it allows for you to perform some shenanigans during your opponent's turn, so definitely very nice here. But moving on here, we have Flunderee's and the Unknown Wind, a continuous spell card, and the second effects can only be used once per turn. First effect, you can conduct a tribute summon that requires 2 tributes by sending one monster you control and one card your opponent controls to the graveyard instead of tributing. It is still treated as a tribute summon, which is definitely very nice. I kind of like this card, similar to Lair of Darkness, allowing you to use your opponent's monsters for the tribute summon. So at long last, we're finally getting somewhere with this particular archetype. Unfortunately, I will have to say that this card is a key card in the deck. You will definitely have to play 3 of them to make the deck work. So if something were to happen to actually destroy this particular card or get rid of the card completely, then the deck crumbles apart. So let's hope that the deck that's actually built out of this is actually very fast and can end the game in the first few turns. As for the second effect, during your main phase you can reveal up to 2 winged beast monsters from your hand and place them on the bottom of your deck in any order, then draw the same number of cards. Definitely a very nice effect, allowing you to actually recover or at least refresh your hand. I think it's definitely really amazing, and this is one of the best cards so far in the archetype. But on to the next 2 cards, which are going to be the trap cards now. So we have a normal trap card here, Flunderee's and the City of Dreams. The second effect can only be used once per turn. First effect, during your main phase, immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon one level 4 or lower winged beast monster. Not particularly the best thing, but again, not the worst thing. Second effect, if you tribute summon a level 7 or higher monster while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card, change all monsters your opponent controls to face down defense position. So again, I definitely like the fact that this allows you to do a bit of control on the board and implement some kind of shenanigans to disrupt the opponent when necessary. However, we're now going to be moving on to the final card here, which is Flunderee's and the Scary Sea, a counter trap card. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. So I'm sure this is definitely going to be a very powerful card. Of course, it is a counter trap card, so it is very fast at spell speed 3. So the effect reads, if you control a face-up tribute summon monster and no special summon monsters, and your opponent would special summon a monsters, your opponent cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn, but they can conduct 3 normal summons or sets this turn, not just 1. Also negate the summon, and if you do, return that monster to the hand. That's actually a really amazing card. Firstly, it is a spell speed 3, which is definitely very amazing and very quick. But at the same time, it's also this deck's lockdown card, which is definitely fantastic because it will really slow down your opponent. If you combine this particular card here with the continuous spell card, you actually have really 2 key cards of this deck. As an overall, I am pretty impressed with this particular archetype. At first it did seem kind of lackluster with the monsters, but once you actually got to dispels and traps, I think it definitely made up for the archetype. But of course the artwork itself is also really brilliant, so tell me what you guys actually think about this in the comment section down below. However, if you enjoyed this video, definitely drop a like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you all next time.